because I feel that if that type of energy was focused towards bettering this place, it maybe would change, it would shift enough. I mean, that's a lot of people and it's a lot of energy.
It is.
So, I mean, I want to go because I want the experience, but I also feel that there's this greater thing that these people could be doing. So, what do you have to say to that comment?
Well, you know, I don't know how many burners there are in the world, but only about 50,000 people to 60,000 people show up, and however many else have been touched by the experience. So as far as like how many people are in that culture compared to the world population and how spread out everyone is, I mean, people there are from all over the world. I mean, really, it's just like salt and pepper all over the place. So it's not like there's a culture that's big enough to make that kind of movement. And the other part is a lot of people show up, and Burning Man is this place where they get to do all the things they don't get to do here, or they get to escape things that they don't want to be thinking about. And for a lot of reasons, because here you can't do a lot of those things without, you know, getting arrested or whatever not. And so for a lot of people, it's kind of like this escapism. So I don't really even know how much of the culture works very hard at making it a part of their life.
But do you feel like they come away from there with something that benefits this
But
culture?
I think that the openness to experience, I think, is helpful. And I think the more that we can spread that within our communities, I think the better. I think anything we can do to step outside of the system of thought, of what we're expecting to see, helps bring people back into reality. Like, if I see a guy walking down the road wearing a black jacket, I don't think twice. There's nothing that brings me into life. But if interesting things are going on, then I awake. I become awake suddenly. You know, when somebody shows up to one of your classes wearing some kind of crazy costume, you come out of this weird haze you're in, where you're like, oh, go to class, take notes, do this thing, okay, homework, think about all these things. You know, you come out of it and you're like, what's that guy doing? Why am I not doing it? Where am I compared to that? Could I? You know, all these questions start to be asked, and suddenly we get to we get to question, we get curiosity again. We get to inspire that curiosity.
So, describe Burning Man in 3 words. The 3 words that you would say.
Creative, spiritual mecca.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's because when you get there, you know, anything can happen.
So it's a pilgrimage.
It's a pilgrimage. You show up and anything can happen. If you're eating a grilled cheese sandwich and you want a pickle will show up right then. And who the hell brought the pickle? You know, you have no idea how that just got there, right? And so suddenly just anything can come into your experience. If you ask for it, it shows up.
So here's a total existential
So what you see really quick though is, okay, so what do I draw into my experience? Subconscious